Nicaragua is still scattered with little rural communities, 40, 50 homes. Very often there's no school. It could happen in a barn. I've seen it on porches and even under trees. The goal of Seeds of Learning as it developed was to create a real school that would serve these small communities.
And if my heart knew what to do or how to do it, the thought of you, I would set free.
I'm here to honor my dad and my brother who both died of cancers.
I'm doing this in honor of my mother, Mildred Martin, who passed away January of this year.
My son, Christopher.
I lost my daughter 8 years ago.
It always catches me in the heart sometimes how much I miss him. He was a great gift. 17 years. I mean, how do you measure a life? By years or by sort of who that person was and their quality? And he was precious.
There are a lot of grief organizations and support groups, but there's nothing in which people in grief can travel together and find an outlet, a positive focus for their grief.
This is our 8th trip. We've been to Nicaragua now twice, Mexico 3 or 4 times, and then we did a memorial trip to Greece.
My 19-year-old daughter, Kelsey, died 4 months ago in a motorcycle accident. I called her my effervescent daughter. She was just a happy kid who loved life. Waves of sadness, wishing she could be with me on this trip. She would have been thrilled to be here and to be helping to build a school for these kids.
This is the first time I'd ever seen anybody die. First person my whole life.
Each participant gets a day to tell their story about why they're here. When they tell their story, they hand out a picture of the child or the loved one that they're here for, and the next day we dedicate that day to this loved one. Some of the participants bring ashes of their loved one, and they're just so thankful that they have this opportunity.
Their stories become our stories. They have soaked in the compassion and kindness that has been given to them, and they've also been strengthened by giving that support, compassion, and kindness to the other members of the trip.
I think what is so moving are the people who aren't here that we're remembering, because in a short time, you really feel like you get a sense of who these people were. There's just a way when you share about someone you love so deeply, whoever you're sharing it with, they get it and they get them and feel inspired by their life, no matter the duration.
It's been special. Cathartic. It's just been a very, positive thing. And of course, there's the other reason that we're here is to help the community. Probably the most rewarding thing was just seeing all the work that we've been doing and getting to the end of it, and you're actually seeing the finished product. And I think it coincides with all of us feeling a little bit more healed.
I think a father has more of a delayed response in mourning, and so I think Project Grace really helped. It's helped me in that respect.
My daughter would have been 20 years old on Friday, and so we bought this huge, beautiful birthday cake, and we brought it to the little village where we're building the school, and fed birthday cake to the children and the villagers.
Un pedazo del cielo, mi Nicaragua se formó por ese lindo este suelo.
It just seemed like the perfect thing. I think my daughter, if she's looking down, she would be thrilled at having her birthday cake celebrated with the children of Nicaragua.